Okay, let me explain now what this is about. How is learning about architecture going to benefit me in the long run?
Yeah, maybe in the case where you knew the simple solution and you kind of tapped into that Plato's Meno remembering. You knew it and then you overanalyzed it and screwed it up. I've done that before. I've seen that happen.
And I was like,
Who is the student?
So he's the one who's trying to be like the one in control.
I think that that's a great thing to think if you want to just sit and think about architecture and you want to design something that may never be built.
Behind every architecture is a concept, and I think they lose the concept, and so they end up just building something just for purely aesthetic purposes.
You're asking how, if you know too much about something, can you ruin it?
So they call it like contemporary architecture.
Contemporary architecture would be something that is, I guess, like, breaks away from the principles that we've learned.
To keep the balance. So our life is getting complicated, so we need to make our place simple.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, but it makes sense in my head. But
There are so many ways to be good.
because there's no end to learning. We all learn every day.
Well, I guess that's a negative connotation.
I think it's a need.
How could architecture be contaminated by knowledge, apprehension, and analysis?
I mean, I don't know. I think a traditional education, a formal education, is important.
Yes, sometimes.
It's a profession with, real consequences and real structures and real people in them.
Yes, it certainly is functional, but I think it's inevitably about ideals, and you really can't take ideology out of architecture no matter what you try.
I mean, if you have the right to, like, I don't know, buy the clothes that you want to wear, so you don't have the right to decide about where you're gonna live in.
then they'll start to merge together, and then you will find that you have.
It needs to be different.
Smaller, dense residential units.
Why would any fool do this?
Do this architecture, you know. But architecture is not like that. You have to do it and do it and do it. You know, and the more you do it, the more happy you are. You know, that's why I say it's not seductive.
I guess overthinking it. Not that answers the question, but
Yeah, I think it kind of does.